Are you working? What kind of work do you do?
You gotta understand, I used to walk around, I was telling Prez the other day, I used to walk around and just talk to myself. I you know, I'm walking from one job to another, and I would just be talking to myself, talking about, you know, the things that I dreamt and I wanted to be. And this right here goes out to all them people. Y'all know who y'all are, and y'all know what I'm talking about. Talking to yourself and talking about how you want to get it and what you want to be. There's a lot of people that understand that that dream is so heavy and bubbling in you. It's like you got to get it out, and sometimes it's so crazy you're afraid to talk to other people about it.
If your goal is to be great at something, then you have to walk around and believe that you're going to be great. I haven't got to greatness yet. I just had a dream to just be successful in life. I had a dream to go against all the negativities that was in front of me, all the things that said I couldn't make it. I had a dream to show people that we can do it. We as young black people, we have intelligence. You know, somebody, I wanted to inspire kids. When I got into this, I wanted to inspire people. Like, you may not be able to rap, you may not be able to sing, but there's something else that you could do. You know, a lot of our young brothers and sisters, they're at the forefront of making the music, and there's nobody that's young in their age that's behind them, showing them and guiding them through the business, and really have control and power of what's going on. And I wanted to do that. I wanted to inspire people of all walks of life and just being a positive image. My grandmother was from the church, and she definitely instilled something in me. You know, though years walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I'll fear no evil because he's with me. And I truly believe that. And that's not trying to come off as like monumental or just something that, it's just the truth. I can't fear evil. I can't walk around fearing that. I mean, whatever is God's will is God's will. And I could never have no fear because he's going to be with me in life and in death. However heavy my cross gets, no matter how bad it gets, I got to handle it. You know what I'm saying? Like a man, I got to bear my cross. I got to carry it.
I give all glory to God, you know.
Let's be clear.
Yeah, hard work pays off. Take that.
I want to be a successful person. I want to be successful as a person more than I want to be a successful producer, more than I want to be a successful artist. I'd rather at the end of the day, if they had to give out trophies, I'd rather at the end of the day be the one standing there with, you was the best person. You made us feel the best as a person than sitting there with, you was the best producer. You were the best basketball player. You were the best football player. If I had to pick which trophy I want the best person trophy. Because I know in order for me to get into heaven, I'm not going to get in there, well, come on in heaven, you had 20 hit records. That don't mean nothing, and that's what this world is for. They're going to say, oh, come on in heaven, you was a nice person.
Where does your business acumen come from then? Because you studied business for a while, didn't you?
Yes.
Yeah. But before that, were you hustling? Did you do anything on the streets that you talk about comfortably here?
Oh, no. On the streets, I was doing everything legally, you know, but I had just many jobs because the truth of the matter is my father, he was in the streets, and he was a street hustler, and so that's why he was killed when I was younger. So I think my mother worked 4 jobs, and I worked, you know, so many jobs because we just didn't want to follow in those footsteps. I went and I started doing an internship, and a couple of years later I was vice president, and you know.
Now, how do you do that? How does someone go from being an intern, which is kind of like you know, the guy who goes to get the coffee and lets people in and makes sure, and then a few years later you're the vice president?
The opportunity presented itself. Opportunity was knocking at my door, and I just really took advantage of the opportunity.
Yeah, in order for me to get my job, I had a shot like this. And it was contingent on me getting my job. I remember I had to come to LA to sign Christopher Williams. It was this R&B act back in the days. Andre Harrell said, you know, if you could go to LA and sign Christopher, nobody could really get him to sign a contract, you know, I'll give you a job. And so I went and I met with Chris, and I went and bought him a Porsche. And so I got him to sign the contract, and I got the job.
I was working in the A&R department. They was paying me like $10,000 a year. Dress shirt and a tie, yes sir. Getting the breakfast to the coffee to getting the tapes. I went from there to getting a chance to be A&R director to being the person that everybody asked, was it hot or not? Because I would be out in the clubs all night. I started working with these new acts on the label named Jodeci, Father MC, and Mary J. Blige, and they all went platinum. Vice president at the age of 20.
Did any of that feel to you like it was luck? Like you were lucky?
No. No, I mean, Everything that I've got, I know I've worked for every last penny of it. It wasn't nothing where it was just, I just woke up and I was like, wow, how did that happen? You know, I know I had to fight for every last thing, you know, and I was cool with that. I think I was born to do what I do. Before I got my record deal with Arista Records and Clive Davis, I got fired from Uptown because, you know, I got kind of too big for my britches and stuff. And so it was something that was very important to humble me, something that was important for my career.
When in your career did it change from people like maybe doubting you and saying that you couldn't do it to the point where whatever you do, you have to be like so, you know, perfect at it or as close to perfect as possible, where people have all these high expectations? Like, when did that change for you? Like, where?
I think it changed, like, when I sold 10 million records, you know, that, you know, I guess that's when it changed. Yeah. You know, when we sold 10 million records with Life After Death, and then with No Way Out, my album sold like over 8 million records. That's like 18, all of that at one time. Then people just started acting different, so the expectations were higher.
You've been notoriously like really on your artists when they come out and they put out projects. Are you as hard on yourself or harder on yourself than them?
Oh yeah, I'm definitely hard on myself. You know, extremely hard on myself, and you know that's the way.
So how do you handle your pressure?
That's the way you have to be out here. You know, because people expect a lot from you. The pressure, I gotta do the best I could do. I can only be the best I could be, and I just have to try. I have to try to get better every day. Taking a risk, not trying to follow what's already been out there. You know, everybody out now is trying to follow what the Black Eyed Peas is doing. You know, all respect to them, but I'm not the Black Eyed Peas. I'm Diddy. It's dirty money. Everybody should be individuals and make music that they feel. It takes a lot of courage to be a leader and not just do what you hear on the radio.
Was it more challenging to build brand names and a career, or run the New York City Marathon?
Build my career. I mean, the marathon, I could have stopped. You know, you know what I'm saying? I mean, there was an option. You're gonna have to give me mine. You're gonna have to respect what I do while I'm here. There's no limit. My mind is always racing.
Sometimes you gotta stay focused and be, you know, one thing and do one thing great, and that's what we're gonna do with music.
I've just begun. You know, I've just begun. I'm just starting to get good now. Some of us are late bloomers. A lot of people look at me and say, you're crazy, but I really know inside that I'm just starting to get good.